Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a yoga class to help you with back pain or just stiffness or tightness in your lower back. Now I'm sending you lots of loving and healing vibes if you are at home suffering with back pain or tightness or stiffness. I know how frustrating it can be. I myself had an injury when I first started yoga. It was probably my third class. Doing a sun salutation. On the way up, I just leant way too far back and I couldn't back bend for 6 months after. But I used yoga to heal my back. I used the correct alignment, certain postures. So this is something that I'm really passionate about and I really want to be able to share it with you. And hopefully I can help give you a little bit of relief. But just remember to listen to your body, find what feels good, practice with kindness and loving awareness as always. So grab your mat, maybe grab some water, but we're going to keep it nice and gentle and we'll get started. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, and of course subscribe to stay updated. I post 3 new videos every week, which can be ranging from a fast vinyasa flow to a gentle yin class to a guided meditation. So subscribe to stay notified. Okay, my lovelies, we'll get started sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position, just allowing your hands to rest onto the tops of the knees. Let your eyes float closed and start to turn your awareness inwards. Just take a moment to arrive on your mat, leaving behind the external world anything that might have been going on this morning or that you might have going on this afternoon. Just leaving it outside of this space. Dedicate this space to the present moment, to the now, where you take this time to give your body the awareness it deserves. Take some nice deep breaths up and down the spine. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Your exhale relaxes the body. Just checking in with the physical body, notice how it feels. Be aware of any sensations that arise. Maybe you're aware of the tightness. Maybe there's some aches and pains. And just simply be aware, that is all. Not judging, not attaching any meaning, just for now, allowing everything to be exactly how it is. Take one more deep breath in and one more exhale out. Gently allow those eyes to open, or you can keep them closed. We're just going to start to walk those hands forward. Take it into a cross-legged forward fold. So keep this nice and gentle, just hinging from the hips. You can take your forearms down, allow your head to drop. Take some nice deep breaths here in and out of the belly. And then start to walk those hands really gently round to the left. You don't have to feel a deep stretch, you can just feel a nice gentle one through the side of the body into the lower back. And then walk those hands round to the right. As far around as you feel comfortable, finding what feels good. Walk those hands all the way back to center. And inhale, just walk those hands in. Roll up through the spine. From here, we're just going to take it into our child's pose with our arms by our sides. So take your time to come to the end of your mat. Your knees facing forwards, the arms are going to come to the side of the body as you take your full head to the mat. Let your shoulders round. Let yourself be nice and heavy here. And on your inhale, you feel that belly expanding. On your exhale, it sinks back. You can take a little rock here from side to side. Massage the forehead, massage the front of the hip flexors. A wonderful release for that lower back. And then slowly start to bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Gently lifting up, tuck your toes underneath, and we're going to take it into our ragdoll at the end of the mat. Now keep a really soft bend into the knees. Feet hips distance apart, and you can keep your hands on the floor, you can take them onto the blocks, or you can find the elbows, let the crown of the head drop. And the deeper the bend into the knees, the more tension you release from that back, especially if your hamstrings are tight. We're going to take some nice deep breaths here. You can find movement or you can hold in stillness. Just keep relaxing with every exhale. Let go of any tension in the face. Let your arms be nice and heavy. Just let everything go here. And then slowly we're going to walk those hands out into our downward facing dog. So take your time. You can keep a bend into those knees. Just take a moment to straighten out those legs, maybe walk them out. Just get a little bit more length into those hamstrings. Finding whatever feels good in your downward facing dog. You've got a few more breaths here. And see if you can stay in stillness. If you've been moving, draw those heels a little closer to the mat. See if you can lift your gaze up towards the navel. Perfect. Then slowly on your next exhale, just lower your knees down to the mat. In your tabletop position, you inhale, your belly drops and your chest opens. Now focus on opening through the upper back. So draw your shoulder blades towards each other and open the chest. Quite often here, we will just dump into the lower back. But we want to try and use all of the vertebrae in the spine. Focus on opening the upper back. Your exhale rounds the spine. And not just rounds the upper back, it rounds the lower back as well. So draw your tailbone underneath the body and tuck your chin into the chest. Perfect, you've got 3 more. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Coming into a neutral spine. Take your right arm underneath the left arm. Come down to thread your needle. So take it to your right shoulder. Your hips stay nice and square. And you can use that left hand for support. Or you can reach it overhead or round the back for a bind. Take some nice deep breaths here. Those hips will want to sink to the left. So keep drawing them back to the right. Your breath is flowing in and out of your belly. Perfect, and then release. Coming gently back to center and switch sides. Left arm underneath the right arm. Take it down to that left shoulder, left side of the head. Then you choose where you take that right arm. Is it overhead? Maybe it's around the back for a bind. And take some nice deep breaths here, keeping those hips drawing back towards the left. Then gently release, come all the way back to center. Back into your tabletop, right foot steps forward between your hands. Take your time to get it there. We're in our low lunge position, so you can grab blocks if you need them. Quite often, pain associated with the lower back can be related to muscles around the surrounding area, especially the glutes. So we've got some nice stretches on the hamstrings as well, which are hopefully going to give you a release into the legs, which is going to help that lower back. So staying for a few breaths in your low lunge, keeping the weight of your body leaning forwards. Maybe you draw your chin to the chest and drop the crown of your head down to get a deeper stretch into the hip flexor. Your next exhale is going to take you back into your half splits. The hips stay nice and square. You're drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. So here you can walk your hands in closer. You can take them up onto bricks. You want to try and draw those right toes up towards the ceiling and keep your back nice and flat and your chest open. So don't round too much into the back. And take some nice deep breaths here. Breathe into that discomfort. You should be feeling just a little bit of discomfort here. Perfect. Keep pulling up those toes. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending gently into the right knee. We're going to heel toe the right foot all the way to the edge of the mat. Extend back into that right leg. Both hands come to the inside. So we're moving that stretch around now into the IT band, into the outside of the legs. Inhale, same thing here. Lengthen the spine, open the chest, draw the belly down towards the thigh. Keep drawing those right toes up towards the ceiling. Just staying with it, breathing through this pose. Perfect, you've got 5, 4, keep drawing those toes up, 3, 2, and 1 on your exhale, taking your knee down to the mat. We're going to come into our pigeon pose, so take your time to get into your pigeon pose. You can leave your shin parallel to the top of the mat. That is going to give you a really deep external rotation into the hips. So if you need to draw that right foot further in towards the body, slide your left leg away. You can bring a block underneath the right glute, or you can just stay lifted. So you want to keep drawing your right hip to the mat. Keep those hips nice and square. Maybe you come down to the forearms. You've got 5 nice deep breaths here, just relaxing into the body, allowing gravity to do all of that work for you. Two more breaths here. Maybe you go a little bit deeper on those next 2 exhales. And then gently, if you're on those forearms, come back to the hands. Gently draw those hips back. Slide that right leg out behind the body and give it a good shake out. Step forward with the left foot. Coming into that low lunge position, hands frame up the left foot. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Option to drop your chin to the chest and the crown of the head down. Exhale, you extend into the left leg, take it back into your half splits position. Maybe those hands walk in a little bit closer. Drawing your left hip back, drawing the right hip forward. Your inhale lengthens the spine and opens the chest. Good, holding here, nice deep breaths. Keep drawing up those left toes to the ceiling. Well done. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend into the left knee. Heel toe your left foot to the edge of the mat. So it's coming to the right edge of the mat. Both of your hands come to the inside of the left leg. And then you extend. So we're in a little twisted half splits. Just to make it a little bit harder. Good. And then same thing here. Inhale, you lengthen the spine, open the chest. Keep drawing those left toes up towards the ceiling. Feeling some discomfort here, as long as it's not pain and it's not deep discomfort in the lower back. You should just feel a little uncomfortable in that hamstring, in the IT band, but that's good. That's when you know that you're in the pose. Good, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Release into your pigeon pose on your left side. Again, you can draw your left foot in a bit closer. Further up that foot is the deeper stretch into those hips, into the glutes. Take it down to the forearms. Maybe you're even resting your full body down. Finding what works for you. You're drawing your right hip down towards the mat. And don't worry if there's a big gap underneath that left glute. That's good. We don't want to be sat to that left side. You've got 5 breaths here. Just relaxing, surrendering your body to this pigeon pose. Perfect, 2 more breaths. Option to just go a little bit deeper on the exhale. And when we go deeper, try and draw your chest forward, your belly closer towards the calf. So trying to keep that nice flat back. And then from here, we're sitting down to that left glute. Take your time, draw your right leg all the way around. Just give those legs a little shake out. We're going to hug the arms underneath the backs of the knees. I like to call this caterpillar pose. I think that's what it's called. It's nice to do with a bolster if you've got a bolster to put underneath the legs. But we're going to hug the arms underneath the backs of the knees and then just start to walk those heels out. See how far they will go. We want to feel a little stretch into the back of the legs. Nothing too intense. And then exhale, just hinging forward, keeping a flat back first. So inhale, draw your belly to the thighs, open the chest. And then keep that flat back as you exhale. Just let go, let your body soften into that fold. Maybe the head rests between the knees. Take some nice deep breaths here. Feel your belly rising and falling against the thighs. Keep relaxing, letting go into this gentle passive fold. And slowly release the arms from underneath the knees. Slide your hips forward and just take it all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees in. And gently just rock your lower back from side to side. Massage that lumbar spine. And what's really nice to do, I like to do it, is take my hands to the tops of the knees and just create circles. One direction, circle those knees all the way around. And then change direction. And then from here, we're just going to take it into a really gentle spinal twist either side. So keep those knees stacked and let them fall all the way to the left. See if you can open your right arm out to the side. Maybe your left hand is holding onto the top of that right knee. Let your eyes close, let your right shoulder draw down. And breathe into that twist, breathe into that release. 5 breaths here. gently, we're just going to draw those knees all the way back to center. Exhale, take them to the right. Let your left arm open, maybe the gaze follows. Listening to your body here. 5 deep breaths, just letting go, surrendering to this twist. And gently come all the way back to center. Hug those knees in one last time. We're going to find our happy baby pose. So take your hands either to your ankles or see if you can find the outsides of your feet. You can stay here and just gently rock from side to side, or send the soles of your feet to the ceiling. Feet come over the knees. You can hold still, or you can take a little rock from side to side. A really nice pose to massage out that lumbar spine, to help release any tight muscles. Let your eyes close here maybe and just soften any tension from the face. Let your body be nice and relaxed here. Find a few more breaths here. And then from here, just bring the soles of the feet together and gently release them down into your reclined butterfly pose. So play around with the position of the feet. Maybe bring them closer in, maybe bring them further away. If this gets too much at any point, just draw your knees back together and keep those knees bent. I find that a reclined butterfly pose is much better on the back than legs straight for your Shavasana. So see how this feels. Let your hands rest onto the belly, let your eyes float closed. Take some nice deep breaths. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. And as you exhale, start to let go of the physical body. Let go of any tension you might be holding on to. The face softens, the arms relax. The legs are heavy. You're surrendering yourself to this posture, to your mat, to the present moment, exactly how it is. See if you can follow 5 more breaths here, counting them in your mind. And gently draw the knees back together one at a time and just rock them ever so gently from side to side. And hug those knees in one last time. Maybe this time you draw your nose up towards the knees, squeezing into a little ball. You can rock up to seated if you like. Hands come to the backs of the knees and gently just massage your back against the mat. If this is not for you, then just gently come up to seated. If you're rocking, one more little rock. Coming all the way up. We will just take the hands together at the heart center. And bow our head in gratitude for this practice, for dedicating this time to our bodies and to our mind. Namaste.